Count on me through thick and thin. 2 exchanges with customers that I had the same day. One first thing in the morning, and coincidentally, the other one last thing at the end of my day. I read the text messages from their end and mine and would like to hear your opinions. Don't be shy. I don't mind if you don't side with me or if you feel like what you're going to say is going to lean more towards the favor of the customer. Let me know. I'm at Brook on my socials, but the podcast has their own page at Babbling Brook Podcast on Instagram, and the same name is our Facebook group. Join us there, please. And I would appreciate a rating for the show, as well as we have a blog, BABBLING, and YouTube. I feel like I'm saying "and" a lot. youtube.com/BabbleBrook. We're also on Patreon if you care to, in one way or another, support the show. Also under the podcast name. Thank you. Happy weekend. Toodles. Count on me. Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Brook, and I would like to read a conversation or message exchange between myself and a customer, and I'd like to hear your views, your thoughts, your opinions. I'm not going to say anything about how I feel or anything else because I don't want to influence your opinion, not that you're easily influenced. Let's see if I'll be able to do this from where I am. Those of you who may not know, I do have an online clothing store. It's a clothing store for now, but I have other things that I sell on there as well. And I received a sale from, I feel like I'm saying that wrong. I received a sale. I made a sale overnight, and this is what transpired thereafter from me. Thanks for the sale, so-and-so. First of all, no pressure at all, but I meant to update this listing. The pants do have a matching vest. I've just listed it so that you can have a look in case you're interested. We can work out a shipping package deal. Here's that listing. And I sent her the listing of a vest that's $10 plus shipping $6. And then I said, and this is what they look like together. And I sent her a picture of the pants that she already had paid for with the vest. Then I said, let me know if you're interested. And like I said, we'll figure out a better deal for you. Thanks, Brook. She replied, interested. I can do that if bundled together, but not for $10. We'll buy both for $15. I said, you've already paid $7 for the pants, so you're offering to pay $8 for the vest. I can accept that and add $3 to cover the extra shipping fee due to additional weight. Instead of $16 total for the vest, we'll do $11. Please let me know if you agree, and I'll edit the listing. Thanks. Sorry for all this math so early in the morning. Right now it's 8 a.m. and I'm in California. The customer is in Florida. So around the time that we were talking was around 7:30 my time, therefore 10:30 their time in Florida. So that's the East Coast. She replied, Sorry, thought it was 10. I paid for another item. So were you offering 10 for both? It's hard because there's no question marks. So that's what the listing says. I can't pay more for just top. Sorry, it was a mistake. I said, $10 is the price for the vest plus $6 shipping. Total $16. I was going to do $11 total instead. The listing says $10 plus $6. She replied, nope. I messaged, how much were you willing to pay for the top? She says, you can sell that separately if you want, ma'am. Let me just go with my pants. Someone else will surely buy, I'm sure. I said, yes, I will, but because you seem interested, I wanted to give you a deal. I'm still open. If you want to let me know how much you're willing to pay for the top. No pressure at all. She, that way you make your money too. If you give both for 11, I will accept 6 and 5. I said, do you want to add a few more bucks to cover extra shipping? She read that one and didn't reply. Then I packaged her pants and sent her a tracking number, and I messaged her, Miss So-and-so, thanks for your business and for even considering buying more. Mailman should pick up your pants today. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday today, and the time, like I told you what time it is. It's June 10th. I don't know when I'm going to post this, but she hasn't replied, not that I expect her to, and it doesn't show that she's read the last message. That's all I'm going to say. I would like to hear your thoughts about the whole transaction and what you would have done in the other person's shoes or in my shoes. How do you think it was handled? Whatever you think, I'm curious to hear. I would like to, sit here and vent about it, but there's a possibility that I'll be biased because I can only be 100% true to what I feel, and I'm not in her shoes, nor are you, but I'd like to hear someone else's fresh perspective of the whole thing. My name is Brook again, and you can find me on all social media at Brook. I do have a blog, which is babblabrook.com, and I have a YouTube channel. If you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can just find me at Brook everywhere. Thank you very much for stopping by. This is going to be a short one. That's what he said. Question. When you take a shower or a bath because it's so hot and you've been sweating head to toe, and you get out of the shower or the bath and you sweat almost immediately after, do you then turn around and lather, rinse, repeat, pun intended? Number one. Question number 2. When you take a shower in the middle of the night, maybe at 1 a.m. or midnight, waking up from your sleep because you just have got to take a shower or a bath, is that considered a shower from the night before or from the following day? I had 3 questions. Actually, I had 2 questions, but I forgot the second one, so I created an impromptu one that I had a few days ago. And I really would like to remember the second one that I had originally, but here we go. That's what happens when you try to plan it. These questions came to my mind within a minute of hitting record. Hi, everybody. My name is Brook, and I need to get better at leaving spaces between my sentences. I finish a sentence and a thought, and then right away I start another paragraph, completely different, on the same breath. I know this because when I edit my videos for my YouTube channel under Brook, if you're interested to check that out, there's always like a part where I'm like, oh, I need to cut that out. But it's hard to cut it out because I went with the same breath from one thought to another. And now you keep rewinding up, fast forward, rewind, fast forward. And yes, if you do, you see now, even like now, I finished fast forward and I started NDS on the same breath. It's probably something psychological about that. If you have been watching my videos and you're like, what? This channel gets edited? Yes. Thank you. You're welcome. Please subscribe to my channel. The stars are out tonight. It's June 11th, 2022, I think. And like I said, it's 9:35-ish. And I think those are the stars. They're so big. I don't know if it's like other planets. I don't know how that works. I don't normally have my curtains and my window open at this hour, especially from this angle where I'm sitting on the recliner doing the recording, which is my podcast recording. I don't think these are too big. No, I don't think these are stars. One of them is twinkling a lot. Twinkle, twinkle, big star. Everybody, I thought that it would be... Oh, hi, everyone. My name is Brook, and welcome to my channel. Just kidding. To another episode. Well, it's probably still the same episode as what you've been listening to, if you made it to this point. I say that because the intention is to patch this up to the recording I did this morning. I thought it's only fitting to finish the day the way I started it, because apparently the universe felt that way too. Very funny, hee hee ha ha, okay? Here's why. I'm gonna try not to give you, just like the first one, my thoughts, and I'm just gonna read the conversation. This is on Facebook Marketplace. I do have a store there. I don't know how to tell you to find me. If you use my name, Brook, are you able to find my stuff? I have no idea, but it's under my name. My store is just, everything goes under my name. And I will see if I can put the link in my show notes. I just started like yawning all of a sudden when I record this. That I find that very interesting. As somebody who lives by myself and spends all my time by myself, even if I'm not at home, I don't get to talk a lot. So I don't know, maybe if it's something related to the fact that I am talking now for the first time at almost 10 p.m. Here's the story, guys. I received a congratulatory message from Facebook Marketplace, right? Telling me I sold something, which was exciting. The sales have been picking up. Thank you for asking. How has your store been going? How's your business going? Message me somewhere under that name, Brook, and I'd love to hear more about it. I received a congratulatory message. It's a top that is green and white that I kind of liked myself. Somebody bought it. Fine. It's too big for me. Pardon the pun. And if you watch 90 Day Fiancé, Ariel, I believe is her name, the lady who lived in Ethiopia, Africa, with her African fiancé. She is from New Jersey. Her mom has the same shirt, because I saw that a couple of weeks ago and I was like, I just listed that. Maybe they're my customers, because also on 90 Day Fiancé, Bilal, everyone's favorite guy to hate, has exactly the same shirt that I just shipped to somebody in New York. So that was interesting. Enough about that. Somebody buys this green and white shirt. I'm excited. I'm done for the day. So I was going to ship it tomorrow. The mailman has already picked up. There's no rush. We'll send it out tomorrow. Then I get a message. Somebody's offering me, somebody's making an offer on a dress that I'm selling. A dress that I like and had considered setting aside for myself, but didn't get around to it. First, I tried it on, right? And I thought, my behind is not big enough because it has that like prairie situation. Is it prairie? Anyway, it has that like situation where it goes in the waist and then it goes all the way out. I don't have that kind of shape in my butt, and I love how I am. So, but I was like, maybe this is not meant for me. And then I was inspired by this podcast that I've been listening to. It's a long story about a dead guy. And one of the hosts on there, I Googled them, right? I don't know why, what I was looking for. One of the hosts has on a denim dress, just like the one I'm talking about. That's like prairie type. And it's kind of loose, and it doesn't like, it's not typically, oh, that doesn't suit you or that suits you. It's just like something, just like how I fit into the one I tried on. And she had on, I think, a pair of sneakers. And she looked so cool. I thought, oh my gosh, I am inspired. I'm going to look so freaking cool with my shoes. Any like cool shoes that I wouldn't have thought to wear, because it's a long dress too. So it's kind of bulky. You know, it's a denim dress with buttons all the way down. And then it's got embroidery in the front. Not like too much, because I like plain solid stuff. I don't like a lot of action unless it's just action all the way. Then it just goes, because it's all buttoned up, it fits you just right, like a shirt that fits you well up until you get to the belly button. And then poof, it's like a poofy skirt, but it goes all the way down to your ankles. So that kind of shape is not for me. I have nice legs. They're skinny and they're great shape. I look better showing off my legs or wearing things that are fitting in my legs. And just because I've been big for most of my life, I don't like things that make me look even bigger. But the way this lady was wearing it and didn't seem to care, and she rocked it, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to revisit this dress. But I didn't get around to it, just like a lot of things that I need to do. I get an offer today. I've listed the dress for $19. Somebody offered $13. I was going to counter offer. But I thought to myself, I'm not dealing with another mathematical situation. I'm done for the day. I have 48 hours to respond to this offer, or it'll go away. And if it does go away, I get to keep the dress. I did take that time to go and try on the dress again today. And then I put on a pair of Puma sneakers on one side with like a platform, the like leather type, just to give you an idea. And the dress is blue denim. The sneakers are white with rose gold nose. And then I put on white espadrilles, which always go well with jeans, in my opinion. So I put white espadrilles on the left side. Anyway, I had a whole moment with that dress, and it has a strap in the middle, which I always loved back in the day when I used to wear like dresses a lot, because I just came from living on the road for 3 years or so as a truck driver. I wore pretty much leggings and a t-shirt on a daily basis. So I don't quite remember what it's like to be a girl. And it gets exciting every now and again because I'm that person. I just didn't get to enjoy that side of my life, of my personality while I was out there. So when I had the strap, I tied it in front. It's always fun to do that because nobody said you have to tie it in the back, right? They just put straps on there. Nobody said you should tie them anyway, period. So I tied it in front and I was like, oh my God. I tied it in the back and I was like, oh my God, though. But also another thing that I realized was that I was probably more celebrating how like I can fit into I think that I lost a little bit of weight because I was stagnant for a while. I don't want to go on and on about all of that. I would like to be sleeping, or at least in bed again, around 10. But I get an offer of $13 on a $19 dress. I was going to counter offer them. I almost always try to do that, except earlier on today when I did it and I made a mistake and counter offered for a bigger amount than I offered initially. Here is the conversation that followed. I was chatting with my brother. Okay, he didn't reply. He hasn't replied yet. Okay, at 10 p.m. it's gonna be 7 a.m. Wow, he's already on his way. It's gonna be 7 a.m. in South Africa. Just for reference, for fun. Nobody. This has nothing to do with anything. Remember, I sold the 90-day fiancé blouse, and I received an offer to a denim dress. So I get a message on the thread with the green and white shirt blouse. It says, "Hi, can you add this to the smell package?" Then it's a link to an amazing vintage floral dress with shoulder pads, what we used to call a figure belt back in the day. It's just great. Another item that I wanted for myself. So I was like, this person has good taste, or at least they have taste similar to mine. It said, "Can you add to the smell package?" I assumed it meant the same package. She sent me a link of the dress. The blouse has lower shipping than the dress, as you may guess. The blouse is smaller and it's much lighter than a full dress with shoulder pads and a belt. That's gonna weigh more, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I don't know what this person has in mind. I don't want to make assumptions and be accusatory because that wouldn't be fair. Nike Air. Okay, sorry, I'm getting distracted. Oh, I need to see this. Why? Wow, this person's selling all these shoes? Sorry, guys. Okay, for as long as I'm reading it, might as well read it out loud. Nike Air Speed Turf Sneakers Kids 13C, Converse Neon Women 9. No commas, no fucking nothing. All right, so no, I'm not buying anything for kids. I had the conversation and then I lost it. That's how I ended up with this freaking... Can you add this to the smell package? I assumed smell meant same package. So I say, "Hi, such and such. I'd love to. The dress is listed for $14 plus $9.50 shipping. Total $23.50. I can cut out the $3.50. If you agree, I've just opened up offers on the dress. Please offer me $10.50." And then I put in brackets or parentheses plus $9.50 and I'll accept. "Wait, such and such," from me again. "You're the one who made an offer on the denim dress. I just realized that now. Are you still interested in the dress as well? If so, we'd have to work out a new deal altogether." They realized not only does she like the same floral dress that I like, she likes the striped blouse and she likes the denim dress. This person is my person. She says yes, meaning she is the person and she is interested in the dress, I guess, because she said yes and I asked a couple questions. I go, "Okay, we can keep this deal, the deal that I just told you about, $14 plus blah, 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 and I'll accept your $13 offer on the denim dress. Will all that work for you?" Because then, I was going to counter offer, but now that she is buying more items, I'm not going to counter offer, but that will square off shipping and other things. She goes, "Can you just make the dress free shipping?" I say, "Which one?" She says, "Either." I go, "Too much math, right?" She goes, "Ha." And then she says, "I think the denim dress, this shirt, and the floral dress, maybe $30 with shipping." I never know when people say things like "with shipping." What does that mean? It's like okay, there's another one, but I won't go there. So I go, and also, by the way, I already had decided that I was done for the day, so my brain was on vacation mode. So I go, "Are you offering $30 for the clothes plus shipping?" Because, no, I didn't understand the with shipping part. She says, "Including shipping." Here's the story. She has already paid for the top. It was only $5. Shipping was $5.75. So she's already paid me $10.75 for the blouse I use that word interchangeably with shirt because it looks like a shirt. She's already paid $10.75 for that. So now she's saying she wants to, her budget basically is $30 for the $10.75 plus $14 dress plus $9.50 plus the $19 dress plus $12 shipping for the denim dress because it's heavy. All in all of these are, for example, the denim dress is listed at $19 and shipping is $12. Combined, that's $31, right? She wants to pay $30. That doesn't even cover the denim dress alone. But she wants that $30 to cover that dress, the floral dress of $14 plus $9.50, and the blouse of $5 plus $5.75. Like, that's when I was like, oh, maybe this person's not, is this person maybe a little confused? Because I just felt like, I was just like maybe they're confused because this is crazy. And she keeps on referring to the thing that she's already paid for. Whenever I try to talk to somebody who's already paid for one item and they want to do a package deal, but they already paid for one item, and they keep referring to the thing they already paid as if they haven't paid, and they're like, okay, can you make it combined? And I'm thinking, that's done already. You can get a deal considering that, but you've already paid that. So I can, give you a bigger discount here to accommodate the fact that you already, I will consider it. But let's not keep going there and saying, okay, I want to pay. Now you want to negotiate what you pay. You want to pay for that. You already paid it. You didn't negotiate for that. Okay? That's my way of thinking. But I understand that people's thinking is different, and therefore from their angle. So I try to say to them, can we not? And then I think to myself, don't say that. Just fix it. It's your job. As right now I'm wearing my customer service hat, and it's my job to take care of it however their brains work, and not try to make them think the way that I do, because that's not being helpful. It's just being convenient to myself. I need something to drink. So she's offering $30, including shipping. This lady is not trying to pay for shit, okay? Then I go, they're currently at $38, excluding shipping. So I won't be able to give you almost 25% off and pay for your shipping. She goes, okay. Then I said, oh, I did say it. You've already paid for the top. We can work out a deal between the two dresses that we're both happy with. Is that fine? The dresses are heavy, so shipping adds up, you see. She says, sure. It is just hard, as you never know if everything is going to fit right. That's why it's a risk for me. Well, lady, what are you saying? Here's my thinking. I really thought about this today. Well, not really, but I thought about it for a couple of minutes. When somebody, just allow me to say it how I want to say it, okay? Without sugarcoating it. When somebody wants to have things go their way, and they're trying everything they can to appeal to you in order to ultimately win, meaning they're being controlling of and disrespectful. Just allow me to say it how I want. They're being controlling and disrespectful of your wishes. And it's about winning. And like I said, being in control. So they're trying to win at all costs and being manipulative. That's how I see it. If you are running a business and you make up your mind how much you're going to charge something, you've thought about that. You didn't pull that price out of your head, out of your butt. Or you did, because half the time you do. Probably why I don't have a big butt. I pull a lot of shit out of there, pun intended. So when somebody comes to me from the angle of a pity story because they want you to do something for them, it never works. It makes it so that it really doesn't work.
That's the part I was thinking about today. I was like, am I just somebody who doesn't want to do anything for anybody? What is it that would make it work for me to do the thing that the other person wants? And I thought, just tell me the truth. Not even the truth. Just tell me the bottom line. Let's just stick to the bottom line. Leave feelings out of this. Leave, because my babysitter and my child and my baby daddy, and then somebody, walked in on somebody sleeping with somebody else. None of that has anything to do with the bottom line half the time. Like if somebody is looking for a place to rent and you happen to have advertised the place and they're telling you about their job problems and about their life issues, and you're black and I'm black and therefore understand me, and you're an immigrant, I'm an immigrant, so therefore don't appeal to any of that. None of that's going to work with me. Unless, you brainwash me and then you hypnotize me. That's a whole nother story. But for the most part, that shit is the kind of stuff that makes my veg completely dry on cue. So don't try that shit. Do not try that. I don't want to hear about your problems because I've listed prices here and you came to me and you made an offer and I left the offer thing open because it means I do welcome people making offers. I'm a very fair person and I pride myself in that. So when you make an offer, let's just talk about that, okay? You telling me, okay, maybe I'm just rambling after I just rambled so much. You telling me, you never know. You've already disrespected me by offering me less than what one item costs to cover all the items plus their fucking shipping. You've basically walked into my house and you've tried to make me pay. You've tried to make me buy you clothes and then send them to you for free. That's the bottom line of what's going on here. So now for you to try and tell me, you see, this is the problem that I'm having. You think I don't have problems, lady? That's the thing when people come to you with their problems. What if you came to them with yours? Then it's a whole nother conversation. And we don't know each other like that, lady. Let's not, okay? So that was not going to be a system that was going to work for me at all. It was just not. So it's hard, as you never know if everything is going to. Here's the thing about my listings. I go the extra mile. I massaged my feet last night with Vicks Vapor Up from how long I'm on my feet walking up and down on hardwood floors. And of course, hardwood is just how I like my wood. Then, today, I soaked my feet in warm water and then I put them on the foot thing. That's how tired I am. Because I don't just take a couple of photos and blah, 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 and reach my quota of my listings for the day. I take photos and then I take freaking measurements. You will know how long the sleeve is. You will know how wide the shirt is, how long the shirt is. You will see the zipper closed and open. You will see the buttons closed and open. All that shit. If there's a fault and I've picked it up, I will point at it and take a photo of myself pointing at it. I go the extra mile. So don't patronize me and come and tell me stuff that has nothing to do with me. That is a you problem. You're telling me this is not going to fit you. I've taken freaking measurements and I've put them on the thing. I've told you from the shoulder to the hem, this is how long this dress is. From one underarm to another underarm, that's how wide this thing is. A measuring tape is $1. If you, somebody who shops online, maybe a lot, maybe invest in a $1 measuring tape. Sometimes you pay $1 and you get a measuring tape and a whole sewing kit. That's how I got one of my measuring tapes. But then again, I'm somebody who measures a lot of things. Like I have all kinds of measuring things. Measuring spoons, measuring cups, bathroom scale, kitchen scale, digital scale in the bathroom, and an analog scale, measuring tapes. Like because of the weight issue and the food problems. So that's why it's a risk for her. Like, it's not a risk for me to give away the shit that I've spent hours following good lighting, taking photos of, laying it flat, and then hanging it, and then comparing those photos, and then. That is not a risk for me at all. Her time and her money is more important than my time and my money. Stop it, lady. I'm already giving you my time for free. There's no guarantee that you're going to end up buying anything from me. Well, I can guarantee it and accept the offer that you sent me, because now it's binding. The fact that you sent me an offer, if I want to be a bitch, I'll accept the offer if you end up saying you don't want anything, but that offer's still there. Just freaking accept it. And then what? Because you didn't read the terms and conditions. Nobody does. But when you receive an offer, it's pretty much a final sale if you're going to accept the offer, unless you're going to counter offer it, in which case you've shifted the ball. It's on somebody else's hand. Sorry about the rant. Not really sorry. That's why it's a risk for me. So I said, I understand your concern. That's why I take measurements, hoping that customers will use those as a guide. Did you see those? Your current offer means you're paying for less than the denim dress and getting everything else for free. We can make a fairer deal if you like. No pressure. She says, thank you. Yes, I saw the measurements. Let's stick with the shirt only for now. If you're going to basically say no when I say, let's talk about making an offer that's fair, and you say no. So basically you're telling me, no, I don't want to talk about a fair offer. I want my unfair offer. Basically, right? I literally used the word fair and you literally said no. That's why I just diagnose people. I really don't have time for people. Let's stick with the shirt for now. So I just spent all the time discussing with somebody who didn't even try to buy one of the dresses. She just said no. It seems to me when you made that offer for the $13 and then you talked about adding to the same smell, you came here with $30. Being Friday today, you got paid. You came here with your $30 and you thought, let me go shopping for the highest number of items I can get. And my things are so cheap, that's why she was able to get a $5 thing. So you paid for the cheapest, and then now you're trying to haggle me to get the most expensive things for free while you're paying for the cheapest. What am I, fucking idiot? Stop. So I said, okay. And then she goes, looking forward to getting it. Well, okay, sure. I have so many buys from Facebook Marketplace that are just too small. Not a problem, not my problem, lady. And it's hard to resell. Anyway, thanks for understanding. So you have a lot of things that are too small. What have you done to prevent that from happening in the future? I do understand and realize that things aren't the same size as they say. All extra larges aren't created equally. All smalls aren't either. And it goes back to my point. That is why I take measurements. So I would think, personally, if I shop online a lot, which I don't need, ever in my entire life, I've never bought a dress online. Did I even ever buy like shoes online? I bought perfume online. I'm not somebody, and I bought suitcases, and then I tried to return them. Long story. But actually I tried to return both the suitcase and the perfume because the perfume was leaking and the suitcases were fucked. I'm just not somebody, it's funny because I sell online, but I'm not somebody who really will shop online for the mere fact of my weight fluctuates and I don't really know what my size is. And then one minute my boobs are super big and then they're not. So I don't really know what my size, I couldn't tell you what my size is right now. I know what my waist inches are because I definitely take those measurements just to monitor my weight situation. Am I getting heavier or not? Because sometimes I think it's psychological. Maybe that whole body dysmorphic situation. I don't know. We'll talk about that some other time. Maybe not. So I said, you'll love it, because she said she can't wait to get it. I said, you'll love it. All the things you had selected are things I wanted for myself, which is true. She goes, LOOOOL. I never understand that either, but I probably have done it too. Then I said, Really, that sucks. I can understand your hesitation, which I can. And then I said, and just so you know, I was going to offer 14 for each dress. Remember, one dress is 14 and the other is 19. Plus 12 for shipping, which means one of the shippings is canceled out. Sleep on it. If I don't hear from you tomorrow morning, I'll ship the shirt. No pressure. So this one doesn't show that it was read, just like that was the last message. This doesn't show as read, just like the conversation I told you about earlier with the other lady. And it was neither read nor, of course, she didn't reply, which is fine. I don't know if these people, when they're done saying what they say, they block you or what. I mean, I don't think that's a good idea. So they probably walk away or whatever. I don't know. Either way, the conversation is already obviously done. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of ratings I get, if any, from these two particular people who didn't end up having their way. To wrap it up, if you have a store and you're selling, and I may have mentioned this before, we try to take in consideration how long it takes us to list the items, right? Because you don't want to list something that's worth $5 in an hour, because it doesn't even mean that you're making $5 per hour. It means you're making less than $5 an hour, because somebody's going to ask you questions about that. You're spending that time. That also goes into that one item, $5 item. And then finally, somebody's going to send you an offer. You forgot to turn off the offer thing, because usually it's automatically there on Facebook, and it automatically puts the minimum offer at 50%. So it's put an offer at $2.50. Now you have somebody offering you $2.51 on a $5 item that's priced to go. So now you're going to entertain that. And they're trying to tell you that, somebody's pregnant, somebody cheated, and somebody was murdered, and all those things. That is time. You can be nice and entertain these people half the time when they're done. And let's say they have their way. These are not the people half the time who are going to give you a rating. They will not send you a courtesy thank you. They will not, none of that, for the most part. That has been my experience. The easy ones who just make an order or just ask one question. I see that this thing says extra large. I am size 20. Will that be blah, 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 or vice versa? Even though I have that information description, I'm learning that everybody doesn't look at description. I don't know how it works because I don't shop really on Facebook. So I just know my side of things. With time, I will know all of that. And then maybe I'll be able to guide the customers through knowing how it works myself. I say all this to say, and then someone's going to finally buy it, right? And then your computer's going to freeze. Then you're going to find out that the printer has paper jam. Now this is you trying to ship this thing. Now ultimately, if you're lucky, you end up having to get in the car and drive to the post office. It's a $5 item. How much time and energy have you put into this? And overall, how much is that one item really costing you? It gets to a point where you probably have a better chance of just freaking pay this person $5 to ask them to stop. You see what I'm saying? I'm not angry at the customers or whatever. I'm just sharing the kind of things that you deal with. And I like to try to find out what kind of human being is this? What kind of individual is this? Not just a customer, because I believe the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. I may have said that before because it's something I really believe. You're not just somebody who's trying to save a buck with me. You're somebody who likes to win. You're somebody who doesn't play fair. That's just overall in your life, that's how you are. You want to win. You're not fair. You don't give a shit about other people's feelings. You're not going to respect them. They don't mean anything. You don't hear other people. Everything just goes right over your head. It's your way or the highway. That's what I believe. So you really want to take account of all of that when you do your listings. And that's rich coming from somebody who's talking about items that are $5 and then spending an hour talking to people. I'm still in the early stages of my selling situation. Yesterday I made the most sales. One of the customers ordered so many things. Before that, the highest number one customer ordered was 4. So this was way more than that, to give you an idea. So that was exciting. And I've still made more sales. Thank you for listening. I would like to hear your thoughts. Hopefully by the time this episode is up, I will have like a group page or something, like a designated space for this podcast where we can all be a community and exchange ideas and thoughts, not just about my things, about your stuff as well. I would like to have a platform where you can come with your own individual thoughts and we can chop it up, as they say. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I'm going to get up now and drink again. I've been drinking almost 3 gallons per day. About 10 liters at least. That's 2.5 gallons. Definitely that much every day. Because normally I would drink 2 gallons, and now I've added half a gallon. Just a half a gallon bottle, 2-liter bottle of something to drink. I end up finishing that. Everything is measured, like I said. So, I know how much I drink. Thank you for taking the time. If you made it this far, you're my shiro and you're my hero. All in one person. And I'd like to hear from you. Please, can you give me a rating? I'll take whatever rating. If you think that I deserve a 5-star, I'll take it and I appreciate it. If you think that I deserve a 3-star or a 1-star, I'll take it and I'll appreciate not the 1-star, but the 1-star, in the sense that I do want honest opinions. I don't want somebody to just give me 5-star because you think, oh, this poor lady with an accent. I'd like to know because that's how I grow, by you being honest with me. That doesn't mean be an asshole. People telling you, oh, I'm just being honest because they're assholes. There's a difference. We understand English. Thank you very much. As I get up from my recliner. Thanks again. I'll talk to you next time. And again, it's at Brook everywhere. Talk to you later.